You know, Atlanta just has this vibe, like it's calling your name, saying, come on, let's have some fun, make some memories. And looks like discoveratlanta.com feels the same way. They've got this awesome list of must-see spots that's got me ready to pack my bags like yesterday.
Right. And it's not just the usual tourist traps either.
No way. This is like the real deal Atlanta. We're talking history, culture, and a whole lot of Southern charm. So are we ready for this deep dive? Because I'm itching to get started.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. What I find interesting is, Discover Atlanta really gets to the heart of the city.
Yeah.
It's like resilience and creativity, this unique blend of the historical and then the modern cool.
Yeah, totally. And they don't skimp on the details. Like, take the Atlanta Botanical Garden. It's like this hidden oasis right in the middle of the city. Who knew? They've got this, get this, a 600-foot canopy walk through the trees. I mean, come on.
Talk about a breath of fresh air.
Oh.
And it's not just about the beauty, although that's definitely a bonus.
Right.
Studies actually show that these green spaces, these urban oases, they have a massive effect on a city's well-being.
Like, really?
Oh, yeah. Property values up. Stress levels down.
I'm sold. And wait till you hear this. They have this thing called cocktails in the garden.
Oh, love that.
And we're not talking like your average patio bar here. This is handcrafted drinks surrounded by gorgeous flowers. Sign me up.
And if you're lucky enough to be there for the holidays,
oh, yeah,
they deck the whole garden out in twinkling lights.
Oh, I bet it's magical. Okay, so we've zenned out in the garden. Now let's get our history fix. Atlanta History Center, am I right?
Okay, now I know what you're thinking.
History museum sounds kind of boring.
Exactly. But trust me on this. This place is anything B-U-T boring. First of all, they've got the biggest Civil War collection in the entire Southeast.
Whoa! Seriously?
Yeah, and it's not just like, names and dates. It's the stories of, like, real people living through it all. For example, they have this whole exhibit about this woman who ran a secret post office during the Union occupation.
Wait, what? How did she get away with that?
She used her quilts, like, as code.
No way! That's incredible. See, this is why I love history. Okay, what else?
If that's not enough, you can actually step onto the basketball court from the '96 Olympics.
Wait, are you serious? Like, the real deal court?
Yep, the one and only. Shoot some hoops where legends made history.
Okay, that's just awesome. Speaking of the Olympics, wasn't Centennial Olympic Park built for the games too?
It was. And it's become such a vital part of the city. It's downtown, beautiful green space, the Fountain of Rings,
I can just picture it now, a beautiful summer night, kids splashing in the fountain.
Concerts, festivals, or just a perfect spot to relax.
It just screams Atlanta, that vibrant energy.
It really does. And speaking of energy, get ready for a whole other level, because we're about to tackle the Chick-fil-A College Football Hall of Fame.
Now, full disclosure, I'm not exactly a football fanatic.
Right.
But even I can appreciate the sheer passion, the dedication people down south have for their college teams. It's amazing.
It really is. And this place, the Hall of Fame, it's like they bottle that energy up and put it on display.
And come on, who wouldn't want to test their field goal skills or find their team on that massive helmet wall?
That's what's so great about it. It's super interactive.
Exactly. So you're not just looking at stuff, you're like experiencing it.
Exactly. And what I think is really cool is how they highlight the history, the impact of the sport. Like, college football is more than just a game down here.
Yeah, it's a whole culture. Okay, ready for something completely different? Let's dive into the Georgia Aquarium.
Ah, yes. The Georgia Aquarium.
Home of the largest fish on the planet.
Now, it's not all about size, though.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty more to see.
Oh, yeah. The diversity at the Georgia Aquarium is incredible. For example, did you know they have a whole exhibit, and this is one of my favorites, that's just for cold water creatures?
Seriously? Like penguins?
Penguins. You can get, like, right up close to the African penguins. So playful.
Okay, hold on. Rewind for a sec. Did you say you can swim with the whale sharks at the aquarium?
You heard right. It's true.
This isn't just an aquarium. It's an underwater adventure. Okay, swimming with whale sharks. Officially adding that to the bucket list. But for now, let's trade our scuba gear for something a little more artsy.
Sounds good to me.
The High Museum of Art.
A lot of people think of art museums, and they get this picture in their head.
Like stuffy and intimidating, totally.
Yeah, but the High Museum, totally different vibe, very welcoming.
Right. It's like they want you to really experience the art, not just, glance at it and walk by.
Exactly.
Discover Atlanta calls it mingling with the masters, which I kind of love.
It's a good way to put it.
And it's not just the classics either.
Oh, absolutely not.
They've got these rotating exhibits, so there's always something new, whether you're into ancient artifacts or the latest in modern art.
Always something new to discover. And speaking of discoveries, our next stop takes us on a journey through the life and legacy of, well, an Atlanta icon.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Exactly.
The MLK Jr. National Historical Park. And that's not just any park, is it?
It's more than a park. It's an experience.
Walking through his childhood home, seeing Ebenezer Baptist Church where he preached.
Powerful.
Incredibly powerful.
And what's amazing is how they connect everything, all the different parts of his life.
Yeah.
His upbringing right here in Atlanta,
Yeah.
his message of nonviolence, and then his impact on the civil rights movement, which, well, we're still feeling it today, right?
Absolutely. It's a powerful reminder that history isn't just like something in a textbook. It's alive, it's relevant, and it's something we can all learn from. Okay, ready for a change of pace?
I'm all for it.
Let's trade the city streets for, well, a mountain. Stone Mountain Park.
Let's do it.
This place has got it all. Hiking trails with these amazing views. A scenic railroad.
Don't forget the laser show.
Oh, yeah. They have a laser show projected onto the side of the mountain. How cool is that?
Stone Mountain itself is impressive. This giant dome of granite, just rising out of the landscape, is pretty popular with the hikers, the rock climbers. But, it's also important to remember the history, because there's a lot of, well, debate around those Confederate memorial carvings.
That's a good point. It's a reminder that even in these beautiful natural places, we still have to engage with, well, the complexities of history.
Right.
Speaking of engaging with the past, how about we head to a place that celebrates a true Atlanta icon?
Let me guess. Coca-Cola.
You got it. The world of Coca-Cola.
I know. It sounds a little strange at first.
A whole museum dedicated to soda.
Right. But honestly, it's actually super interesting.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. You learn all about the history, how it started right here in Atlanta and then became this global phenomenon.
And of course, no trip to the world of Coca-Cola is complete without a stop at the tasting room.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, where else can you sample over 60 different kinds of Coke from around the world?
And you've got to try them all.
It's pretty amazing when you think about it. Coca-Cola started right here in Atlanta, and now it's everywhere. Talk about a success story.
Yeah, it really is.
Speaking of success stories, how about we wrap up our deep dive at a place that's, well, near and dear to my heart?
All right, I'm intrigued. Where are we off to?
Zoo Atlanta.
Always a classic.
Yeah.
And it's so much more than just, looking at animals.
Yep.
They're really big on conservation, education, helping you connect with the natural world.
Okay, but I'm not going to lie, those pandas,
Oh, I know.
they had me at hello. They're just so darn cute.
They really are. But you're right. Zoo Atlanta is so much more than just cuteness overload. They've got an incredible reptile house.
Oh, yeah, I love a good snake. Well, from a safe distance, of course.
Of course, of course. And their primate habitat is fascinating. It really makes you think about, our closest relatives in the animal kingdom.
And you can't beat that African savanna exhibit.
Oh, it's breathtaking.
Seeing those zebras and giraffes roaming around, it's like you're right there on the savanna with them.
It's pretty special.
And what I really respect is their dedication to conservation.
Oh, absolutely. They're very serious about it.
I read somewhere that they were, instrumental in saving the golden lion tamarin.
That's right. It was endangered.
Wow, that's amazing.
They do a lot of work with breeding programs, restoring habitats for all kinds of species. It really shows you how important zoos are,
It's so much more than just, entertainment.
Right. It's about protecting our planet, making sure these amazing animals are around for generations to come.
Well said. Thinking back on all the awesome places we've explored today, the gardens, the museums, that mountain, it's no wonder Discover Atlanta calls these must-sees.
They really did pick some winners.
Atlanta has it all. History, art, nature, good food.
Culture, excitement. It's a city that just draws you in,
It does. It's like a perfect blend of charm and excitement, history and progress.
You get that small town feel, but with big city energy.
Exactly. So whether you're dying to catch a game-winning touchdown, wander through a hidden garden, or be inspired by the words of a true leader.
Or hey, maybe you just want to sip some internationally flavored sodas.
Atlanta's got something for everyone. Your adventure awaits.
That's right, so get out there and discover your own Atlanta story.